What is your high school crush doing now? Recently found out I was the high school crush of my high school crush. Oh, the chances we don't take. Until you ask, the answer is always no. And after you ask, a lot of times the answer is still no. Sometimes it's you know. One time, I witnessed a guy walk up and attempt to talk to a girl at the bar. She immediately did the no thank you complete with eye roll. Without missing a beat he said, well, that's what I get for lowering my standards. I just about choked on the drink I was taking. Without missing a beat he said, well, that's what I get for lowering my standards. I'm saving this for future use. I think he's married to his high school sweetheart, meanwhile I just choked on a Dorito. 5 kids from 5 different guys. You dodged that bullet. I agree, I feel like Neo. Do not try and bend the condom, that's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth, there is no condom. You think that's cum you're gargling? I know this cum doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth, the matrix is telling my brain that it is salty and delicious. After 9 years, you know what I realize? Ignorance is bliss. It's a single-celled protein combined with synthetic aminos, vitamins, and minerals. Everything the body needs. I just Googled her, yeah, she's still hot. Did you then Tracy Jordan Google yourself? Of course. How else would you do it? Married, expecting her second kid. Safe to say she did better with romance than I did. Hess living with his boyfriend on the coast of California. No, I didn't know he was gay. Same here, but Hess in Chicago now. Weird how things work out. Edited to add, no clue he was gay. It was high school and we never did more than kiss hold hands because we dated as freshmen and grew apart. We did go to a few dances together and to this day Hess the best dance partner I've ever had. On or off Broadway? Edit, well, good morning and thanks for all the gold. These days, she spends most of her time in her grave. Well, this is awkward. Seriously. How do you tell someone that their crush is dead? Is there a subreddit for that? We don't know what Op is into. She could have been in there the whole time. Edit, thanks for the gold, kind stranger. They'll try to keep it safe from grave robbers. Got back together with him after 38 years apart. We had 8 wonderful years before he died of cancer. He's been gone 3 years now and the loss is still fresh. But I am so glad we had those 8 years. She's married, 2 kids. I think she's a stay-at-home mom, but I'm not 100% on that. We were best friends from like age 8, lived down the street from each other our whole lives. After HS we fell out of touch, and although I've thought about her from time to time, I never looked her up. About a year ago her mom added me on FB, so I did a little light stalking, saw she was married with kids and left well enough alone. I'm happy for her. Misread and thought you said night stalking lol. Best time to do it is between 1 and 4 a.m. She is a therapist and happily married. How does that make you feel? Tell me more about that. I was actually thinking about her the other week. She graduated and never got on social media, so I never was able to befriend her on Facebook. None of my friends even remembers her. I describe what she looked like and everything, so I'm thinking she never existed and I'm just crazy. Maybe she was Tyler Durden? I don't think so, pal. She met someone like a decade ago and they've been married for many years now. He's a good dude and I'm happy for her, they're both good people. Great attitude. You just don't see the tears. Hess on a snowboard trip with our 11-year-old daughter. Damn, I guess they just cut out the third wheel. Edit, it's a little sad how some of you are taking a joke about a mom staying home from a trip. Hold up. Hess married, had 2 fabulous kids, his wife own a ranch where it looks gorgeous. Divorced, unemployed, trying to restart my life in my mid-40s at just. It's hard. Edit, holy crap, rip inbox, Indeed, thanks for the gold, kind stranger. So, for those who are all he might be miserable, you never know, I actually keep in good touch with him, and can confirm he is happy. Am not bitter. Well, I sometimes have waves of bitterness, but not at him, just at life in general, and I am holding myself together. Thank you for all the kind thoughts. Just remember, you're only seeing the highlight reel of his life. Hang in there. Ike, she has her curtains closed so I can't look in. But is her door locked? Divorced after cheating on his ex-wife and trying to wiggle his way into my life. No, thanks. How's he tried to wiggle into your life? With his penis. She was an exchange student who I was absolutely over the moon for. We had a few dates and I think she was fairly sweet on me, but didn't want to get too involved with someone who would soon be on the other side of the world from her, and I think a little bit of cultural stigma at play as well. Now she's a professional athlete of some note. I think she competes with her national team. Naturally, I still have vague notions of us getting back together someday. Of all the comments I have read here, this is the one I want to see a picture of. I'm not sure, but I know he did get a teaching degree, so hopefully he got a good job and is enlightening kids somewhere. I actually went to the same college that he did, and just before he graduated I simply sat down with him and confessed that he had been my crush back in high school. He turned bright red and said he was surprised he was anyone's crush. He was caught up in sports and extra classes and didn't date much. He thanked me and gave me a hug, and somewhere in my head my 16-year-old self shrieked with glee. That is the kindest non-answer I've ever heard. At least you got something nice out of it. She's married to a guy in the MLB. Before me she dated another guy who made it to the NBA. I'm decent at beer pong and throwing a frisbee though. So, she's hot. From the sounds of it, ungodly hot. Married to me. Edit, and right now she is mad at me for spending too much time on Reddit. Woo. No ghosts allowed here. Whoa. She sent me a Facebook message recently when I updated my relationship status with my current girlfriend, saying she's like me since high school. We're 25 now, I haven't lived in my hometown in 3 years and am in a very happy relationship now. Maybe you should have told me this when I was really into you and we went to school together. But what do I know? Obviously break up with current GF to go out with a girl who liked you back in high school and didn't decide to tell you till 7 years after you graduated. I hear the makings of the new Hallmark Christmas movie. Quick, stop them before they finish filming. I have two. Hashtag X200B, one is happily married to her wife and serving the military. The other is in the FBI. Hashtag X200B, I think I have a type. Hashtag X200B. Did she know? Now she will. I was not exactly subtle when I was young. So no then? And, at that point, awkward. So everyone knew. Hess married to his high school girlfriend. When I was a sophomore he was a senior and I wrote him a note and asked him out to get coffee. He was so polite about turning me down. Todd. You beautiful man. If you're reading this, hi and thanks for not crushing a 16-year-old to pieces. Edit, for everyone asking, he told me he was very flattered I had asked him on a date and politely declined because he was in love with his girlfriend, now wife. He was cordial and honest. After that he would wave to me in the hallway when we passed each other. Everyone should be nice like Todd. She's spiraling out of control due to severe mental health issues. She refuses treatment and shits on any attempt from anyone to give her advice on how to cope with it. She's afraid of treatment but can't seem to do anything about it on her own. Ironically, she's in school to become a psychologist. There seem to be quite a few severe mental health issues types in the psychology world.